morning, everybody. Welcome to this webinar with Patricia from Visit Algarve, Portugal. Obviously, when I look outside my window now, it's grey, cloudy and rainy. And Patricia and I have been talking about how it's high teens, sunny and beautiful where she's in the Algarve right now. So slightly jealous, but hey-ho, we have to move on. She's got a crazy presentation this morning. If you guys can just do what you usually do and start off by telling us where you're from, what agency you work for, whether you've been to the Algarve before. A really informative presentation this morning. Patricia, hopefully at the end of the presentation, will also go through a day in the Algarve, what that typically looks like before she closes off. But obviously, throughout the presentation, use the chat box like you do to ask questions, and we'll obviously address them at the end. Like we do with Youtravel, we've got some amazing prizes to give away. So today we are giving away 2 lots of £25 Love to Shop vouchers. So keep your listening ears on. And the grand prize, I mean, I feel envious even to read this out because it's giving me some real FOMO, but it's a 7-night stay, which is split between 3 amazing properties. So you've got 2 nights in one property with breakfast. This is for 2 people. The second hotel is also again for 2 nights with breakfast. And then the 3-night stay at the Club Pride Ultra. And then there's 4 creative experiences as well. One where you'll visit a canning factory. You'll be doing some palm leaf plaiting, similar to wicker leaves. You'll be then taking part in a gastronomy workshop, which is all around figs and almonds. And then you've got a boat ride as well to one of the most famous caves in the Algarve as well. So all packed itinerary, and it's an amazing prize given by our generous partner today. So obviously, give Patricia a lot of love. She's got loads and loads of good stuff, tips and facts for your clients within her presentation. So use the chat box, guys, throughout the presentation. Obviously, I'll hand over to Patricia, and then I'll come back at the end of the presentation for any questions you may have for us or for our partner today. And then obviously we'll go on to ask the questions and pick 3 lucky prize winners. So without further ado, Patricia, the floor's yours, and enjoy.
Thank you so much, and good morning, everyone. So we are here to give you a brief presentation about the Algarve and what it has to offer. So first question, where is it? The Algarve is located in the southernmost part of Portugal. To give you a better idea, it's bordered by the Atlantic Ocean to the west and south, and bordered by Spain with north and east. This close-up shows you the accessibility that we have in the Algarve. We have Faro is the region's capital, where's the international airport. So the easiest way to arrive to the Algarve is to fly to Faro. But if you happen to fly to Lisbon, you can also drive to the Algarve, and it's only a 2.5-hour drive. So it's quick and easy. There's also the option of picking up a train, which is around 3 hours from Lisbon. So really easy to access, and we have always good connections to Faro International Airport. To give you a better idea of the region, it's a small region. If you drive from one point to another, it will take you approximately 2 hours, and it's quite easy to access any city around the Algarve. We have 2 natural parks, one in the west, the Costa Vicentina Natural Park, and another one in the center east, the Rio Formosa Natural Park. Because these are nature reserves with protected species, it's not allowed to build in them or around them anymore. So that makes the area between the 2 natural parks the most touristic and populated, for example, from the city of Portimão to even Vila Moura. So that will be the most touristic place and more populated, with a big concentration of accommodation and also activities. But of course, there's plenty of activities and accommodation inland as well. But these are the hot spots currently. So the Algarve have been awarded many times before for world's leading destination, Europe's leading beach destination, and world's leading beach destination. To see what those awards are about, the only recommendation I give you is to visit, and it's quite easy to do that since we are connected to 26 airline companies with 73 direct routes to 17 countries. So about the weather, it's always warm and sunny all year round. We are very lucky to live in such a beautiful climate because it's a Mediterranean climate. It's not too hot and and not too cold. So here on your left side, you can see the temperatures during summer, and your left side during winter. And below the center line, it's the temperatures of the sea. So it's quite easy to visit the Algarve all year round. Even if it's not possible to go to the beach and have a dive, it's always good weather to do some kind of activities. So regarding accommodation, the Algarve is a place for everyone and every taste, from luxury chain luxury resorts to charming boutique hotels, historical hotels, eco-sustainable hotels, rural tourism, and even 4- and 5-star hotels, as well as local accommodation, as B&B guest houses, or even self-catering apartments. So a lot of things to offer and for everyone's taste. Regarding activities, the first thing I will recommend is to watch the wildlife. You can take a boat tour and go see some dolphins. You can also see them at one of our sea life parks, the Zoo Marine, where the dolphins live there. While taking a boat tour to see the dolphins, you can also take the opportunity to explore some caves inside these golden cliffs in several beaches. And of course, water sports. We are surrounded by sea, so water sports are always a fun idea. We have surf, kayak, stand-up paddle, a lot of things to offer. And for the more adventurous, we have scuba diving, paragliding, a lot of fun activities. For the whole family, we have 3 thematic parks. One of them has an indoor facility, which allows you to visit it all year round. You simply cannot miss the islands of 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪. So this is the islands that are inside the 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 Natural Park, where there's sea on one side, in this case the right side, and the 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 Lagoon on the other one. Actually, 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 means beautiful river. So it's quite a magical place with where a lot of species, protected species, thrive in this environment, such as the seahorse, for example. So I would recommend to take a boat tour to enjoy the biodiversity of the 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 Natural Park, and then spend a full day at one of the islands. The 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 Natural Park is also the place where the delicious seafood comes from, and we have a lot of activities involved. You can do some clam picking, some oyster tasting. It's really, really nice. And of course, in Portugal, we follow a Mediterranean diet, which is mostly based in fresh fish, meats, and fresh produce. We don't usually consume a lot of processed foods. So although our food is really good, and sometimes we enjoy eating too much, our food is really fresh and clean. So we try to stay healthy. You can also take some local gastronomy tours and cooking classes to know how to make, for example, the traditional 𝗥𝗘-𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪, which is a fish and seafood stew. 𝗥𝗘-𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 is actually the name of the pan where the dish is made, because it has some special features. The fish and seafood, it's cooked with steam, so it enhances the flavors really well. What's better than a good glass of wine to follow with all the delicious food? So in Portugal we love to drink and wine, and if you happen to have dinner with Portuguese people expect to be seated at the table for long hours talking, and it's always a really good time to have. We have some wine tasting and farmers' lunch properties that you can experience, where the meals are made with fresh produce from the farm itself. So it's a really nice experience. If you're looking for a fine dining experience, we also have 8 Michelin star restaurants with 10 Michelin stars in total. It's the biggest concentration of Michelin star restaurants in Portugal. Of course, the golf courses are one of our main attractions. We have more than 40 golf courses, some of them with 18 holes and others with 9 holes, and many have been awarded, and it's always a pleasure to play golf with a sea view. What's different about the Algarve and what makes it so unique? It's its diversity of environments. Besides all the beaches that people are used to know about, and of course they are beautiful, we have a lot of untouched nature areas that have a completely different scenario. This, for example, is from the city of 𝗪𝗔𝗪, where there's some thermal waters that can be used for relaxation and also health benefits. So it's a really good, really beautiful area, and with a lot of things to see. This is usually a hotspot for well-being and nature-related activities. As you can see here, for example, we have some kind of holistic activities as well. So there's a lot. Some nature-related activities can also be walking and cycling routes. We have 4 major ones, but which will take you weeks to finish. But we can divide the major routes into smaller trails that you can do in one afternoon or one morning. For example, I have here the 7 Hanging Valleys Trail, which is along the coast, and the end point it's in Praia da Marinha that you can see in this picture. Having the opportunity to do these routes and trails will give you the chance to witness some breathtaking views known as Instagrammable hotspots that people always love to share because it's really beautiful. The Algarve has some historical heritage because along a few centuries ago it was occupied by the Romans and the Moors, and its influence particularly is noticeable in architecture. A good example of that is 𝗪𝗛 Castle that you can see here, that was made by the Moors. Also, the culture and patrimony is really important. So the best way to get to know the Algarve is to spend a day at different cities, talking with the locals, which Portuguese people are known for being very friendly and welcoming and always willing to share their experiences and, of course, give you useful tips and recommendations for you and for your clients along the trip. So this is the Lowland Market, which is a really different building, but people always enjoy to visit. Sometimes regarding the cooking classes, you can also go inside the market, pick the fresh produce yourself, and then go to the cooking class. So there's plenty of nice experiences there. Okay, so after giving you a quick look into all the Algarve has to offer, I will give you some ideas of what you can expect to see while visiting the beaches, because keep in mind that we have more than 100 beaches, and we have different landscapes for each part of the Algarve. So, for example, starting with the West Beach landscape, you can expect to see some dark rocky cliffs, some extensive sands, and wavy seas. This is usually a hotspot and the perfect place for surfing because you have the winds from the Atlantic Ocean, and also spending a relaxed vacation with your family in the beach, but still surrounded by some nature. In the Central West Beach landscape, you can expect to see these tall golden cliffs, clear waters, and also the caves inside the cliffs. The Central Beach landscape, it's right next to the previous one, and it's this very, very long beach with this red cliff that looks especially stunning during sunset. I would recommend to go there to watch it. And finally, the Central East Beach landscape. It's characterized by more of sand dunes, not so much cliffs, but more sand dunes, and also white sands and clear waters, including, of course, the islands of the Rio Formoso Natural Park. This picture right here, it's from the 𝗪𝗏 Island, and it's really nice to see. So I'll recommend you to go there. So if you had to ask me what a perfect day in the Algarve would look like, and this is, of course, my opinion, first of all, I would start with a healthy breakfast and take the opportunity to taste the Algarve oranges, which are the sweetest and very delicious. I would stroll around Faro and have some coffee there while learning a little bit more about the history of the Algarve's first inhabitants. This is the region's capital, but the old town is very well preserved and with a lot of history around it. I would take a boat tour to see the Rio Formosa Natural Park, of course, and I would stop at Deserta Island, which is desert island. It's it's really similar in Portuguese. I would take the opportunity to have some lunch at Staminé, which is the only restaurant in the island, and 11 kilometers of sand. So it's quite a unique experience and very exclusive. And before leaving, of course, I will took a dive into the clear waters. After, I would go to, for example, Carvoeiro to have a long, relaxed walk besides the beach. And also visiting the 𝗥𝗘-𝗪𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛, which is the caves with a beautiful sea landscape. And then I will go back to Faro and have a stroll around the old town to see some arts and craft works, also visiting some local stores. And of course, one more chance to be amazed by the good food in the Algarve and visit a local restaurant. And then end the night by witnessing the Algarve nightlife, which is very fun. Took a drink and also listening to some live music. And that's all for me now. So if you want to follow more inspirations, you can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And for a more B2B kind of communication, you can also follow us on LinkedIn. And that's all. Thank you for your time. And I hope to see you soon in the Algarve. And I hope you enjoy this presentation.
Well, what a presentation, Patricia. Virtual round of applause for you.
Thank you so much.
Well, like with everybody, I mean, there's no questions in the chat box. So like with me, they've probably got their jaw to the floor, or they're making loads of notes about, what will be the perfect day for their clients. I think that the ending of that presentation was amazing, with the typical what your clients can do in a day. And it's amazing, because you can experience tradition and culture, but then also enjoy local foods and then wines, live music. I mean, that sounds to me like the perfect day from start to finish. So fantastic. And I'm a massive lover of pastel de nata. That's my little thing. So I could imagine myself with a Portuguese coffee right now and a custard tart. But guys, please use the chat box. Obviously, this is your time to obviously get closer to the destination and the partner. So please use the chat box to obviously ask any questions you may have. Any burning questions your clients may have asked you, for example, around the Algarve, etc. And then we'll obviously move on to the latter part of the webinar with the prizes as well. So I'm just going to wait for a couple of minutes just whilst you all type and see if there's any questions. I'm not sure if you can see the chat box, Patricia, but there's obviously a lot of love coming your way. Looks stunning, very interesting, incredible, amazing.
Yes, I can see it. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, please feel free.
All lovely words. So has anybody got any last minute questions before we move on to the question and answers? Oh, here we go. Is the Algarve easy to get around? Can you use public transport, or is car hire better?
So we have some trains around the Algarve that follow the whole coast, but I would recommend actually hire a car. It's not the most sustainable answer to give you, honestly, but since we have some limited schedule with trains, I would recommend hiring a car because it's the best option to have the most value for money, because you can visit all your every region of the Algarve and every city. So that will be my recommendation.
Fantastic. There you are, Ushma. Any other questions, guys? I think they're all eager to win this prize so they can experience it themselves, to be honest. So, right, without further ado, let's go straight to the question. So, as we always do, it's fastest finger first. Whoever types the correct answer. So the first question I'm going to ask you is for a £25 digital Love to Shop voucher. And can the first person tell me what is one of the ways you can get to the Algarve? Can we just accept one of these, Patricia? Fly?
Yes, we accept.
Yeah, so I think we're just going to go, even as a typo, we'll go with Debbie. She was the first one on the chat box. Josh, just if you want to just confirm that. Debbie Watson. So the first £25 Love to Shop voucher will be sent across to you once we confirm your email address, etc., etc. And then for the second £25 Love to Shop voucher, Debbie, you're out of this round because you've already won a prize now, unfortunately. which beach or area would be the best for surfing? Sonia, very quick off the mark there. I can confirm that the west coast, the west is correct. So that is Sonia O'Keefe. Well done to you. So both Debbie and Sonia, you're now unfortunately blocked out for the grand prize, which is the biggie. So this is for the 7-night stay. Just to obviously reconfirm that with you. So it's split between 3 hotels, and you've got 4 excursions, guided visits, and experiences built in as well. So it's an amazing prize. And to win that prize, all you have to tell me is which are the 2 areas which are the most populated touristy areas in the Algarve. Patricia, are you seeing anything?
I think we can accept the first answer, that is Albufeira
and Vilamora. Lisa?
Yes.
Yeah,
Lisa 𝗪𝗪, yes.
Congratulations to you.
Between the 2 natural parks, so congratulations.
So Lisa, congratulations. Sonia and Debbie, congratulations. Our 3 winners today. Lisa, you're going to have a fantastic time. Obviously, Patricia will be in touch to arrange all that with you, and Josh and I will be in touch with the other 2 prize winners around the Love to Shop. And again, an amazing turnout. Lots and lots of people on here. They always prove popular, and Patricia, that's a credit to you for your presentation as well, and the destination that you're promoting today. So we want to thank you firstly, Patricia, for obviously giving your time to educate the agents, etc. Will you send us your contact details that we can pass on to the agents when we share the presentation?
Yes, of course. And thank you, Gopal, for all your attention. And also Josh, who's not here, but yes, thank you so much. And I will send to everyone, if they want to, the presentation and also my contacts. So feel free to contact us at any time.
Fantastic. Thank you, agents, for joining, and congratulations to the 3 winners. And we'll see you very soon on another webinar. And have a great week. Thank you so much.